everyone, it's Hillary and welcome back to my channel. Happy fall, everybody. This is honestly one of my favorite seasons ever because it is that time of year where pumpkin spice lattes come out and the warm makeup looks arise. So, hence the title. This is a very ready for fall makeup look, and I didn't go too crazy with anything. I just went for a very subtle everyday look, and I'm very happy that my hair color matches the season, so I'm 10 times happier for that. So if you guys want to see how I achieve this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so let's jump right into it. I'm gonna start with my eyes because that is what I feel most comfortable doing, because just in case there's any fallout, I won't scream and cry for messing up my foundation. So to prep my eyes, lately I've been using an actual eyeshadow primer. I usually only use concealer, but I've been using eyeshadow primer and I like it, so I'm gonna stick with it and I'm gonna do it for this tutorial as well. So I'm gonna use the Urban Decay, the eyeshadow primer potion, and this is the It Cosmetics, this is one of their new brushes. I actually got it from them. They sent me one of their new brush collections, and so I thought I'd try it out with this video. This is the Luminous Concealer Brush. And I'm just applying an even amount all over my eyelids, just so that way my eyeshadow can stay on and the colors will look more vibrant. And for this look, I will be using the Morphe 350 palette, this one right here. As you can see, I tried to name the shades because these eyeshadows do not come with names. I'm going to be applying my base coat. I'm going to be using this kind of beige color, and I'm going to apply it all over my lid just to make my eye one color. Now for my transition color, I will be using this this one right here. It's like a chestnutty kind of brown, and I'm gonna apply it mostly in the crease, but also just blend it so that way it'll give my eye a little bit more of a dimension. And now for my crease color, I'm gonna go with this very sienna brown. It almost reminds me of like a red brownish, and I'm using the Morphe M139 brush, and literally I am just packing the color onto my crease, not moving it just yet. I'm just getting the color onto there. So you see how I kind of started adding more dimension with the colors. And then I'm going to take the Morphe M32 brush, and I'm going to use this super doo-doo brown color, and I'm going to apply that just a little bit on the end just to create more depth in the look. So you see, that's all I did, and I might make it a little deeper, but right now I don't want to add that much because I don't want it to take away from the red earth, because that's I love wearing colors like this and I don't want to take away from that red. Now I'm gonna blend out the rest of my shadow, and I'm gonna be using the Morphe M441 brush, and again I'm holding the brush very far. I'm not holding it too close, because if you hold it too close it'll be hard for you to blend it. So I'm going in very small circular motions, and I am just blending outward and then bringing it more in towards the eyes, towards the inner corner. But it's a very soft look. I don't want to go too crazy, but I do want the red to show. So just continue blending that out. So I'm going to go back with that same red earth kind of color that I had before, and I'm just going to keep packing that on, but I'm not gonna blend it out as much. I'll actually bring it in just a little bit more so that way it can show more. And then for my lid, I'm just gonna go with a very nude, like a beige color, just so I won't take away from the fact that I'm doing a very browny eye color. Okay, and then for my lid, I'm gonna do like a very, I'm not gonna go crazy with the color. I'm gonna go with a color that's almost like the color of my skin. And I'm just applying that very close to the lash line because I don't want to remove a lot of the brown that I have on my lid already. So now, moving on to the rest of my face, I'm going to prime my skin using the NYX Hydra Touch primer. And this primer is so water-based, it almost feels like a gel. And I love primers like this because I have super dry skin and I hate applying primers that are silicone-based because then my face gets way too dry. And now moving on to foundation, I actually got samples of this new foundation that, well, I've always been using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I was actually curious about trying a different shade because I noticed that the one that I use now, which is warm beige, it oxidizes very badly on my skin, and so I decided to go with a darker color. So I'm gonna see how this one looks on my skin. I actually got a sample of this from work. I work at Sephora, and I got the shade Golden, so I'm gonna apply it and see how it looks on my skin. And to apply, I like to use a foundation brush to put on my foundation and then blend it out with my Real Techniques sponge. So I'm going to be using this, it's part of their new line, the It Cosmetics Chic foundation brush. And then I'm going to get my little sample jar and take a little bit of the foundation in Golden. Please work. And I'm going to apply it on my face. My first reaction is this color looks a lot more promising than the warm beige. The warm beige made me look super gray. Because I noticed, even though I'm golden, I have some kind of neutral undertone to my skin. I have a very weird undertone. So it's very hard for me to choose foundations, and the Born This Way foundations have been the only ones that actually match me properly. So yeah. So now I'm gonna take this humongous pimples, like making me look worse than I really do. Now I'm gonna take my sponge and just blend out the areas where I apply the foundation. And this is just for me to see kind of how it looks. It looks acceptable. I like this color. I'm gonna get it next time. So I decided to do a quick voiceover just to make the video go by a little bit quicker. I'm going to be using my Bobbi Brown eye corrector, or just corrector, in the shade Bisque. And I'm applying it all over my under eye area. And I'm also going to be applying it on my nose, forehead, Cupid's bow, and on my chin as well. And then I'm using my Real Techniques sponge and I'm just blending it all out. Okay, so I noticed last minute that I wasn't recording me baking my face. So yes, I used the Ben Nye powder just to kind of set under my eyes and to brighten as well. And I'm going to do my eyebrows. Now moving on to my falsies, I'm applying one coat of mascara. And as you can see, I already did my brows. I got super frustrated doing them, so I just did them off camera. I spent maybe 20 minutes trying to get them to look decent, and that's what I came up with. So hopefully it looks good. So these are my Huda Beauty lashes in Samantha. I like wearing these if I'm gonna wear them. If I'm gonna wear lashes every day, I would pick these because these are very natural looking, and they almost look like my lashes, as if I had perfect lashes basically. And then I'm gonna apply the super dark brown color from the Morphe palette in my under eye area just to kind of make it more bold. And onto bronzer, I'm using the Lorac Tantalizer
in the, well, it doesn't have a shade name, but it's the Duo. It has the highlighter and the bronzer, but I've only been using the bronzer because it's like the perfect bronzer shade for my skin tone. So I'm just applying that under my cheekbones, on my 5 head, because I have a big forehead, so I call it my 5 head. And then I'm going to be contouring my nose with a little bit, and then I'm blending it out with my Real Techniques sponge. And last but not least, lips. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Ashton. It looks a little bit red, but that's because I tried to do like an ombre lip, and my idiot self just decided to put it over a wet lipstick, so it kind of got a little bit tinted, but the color shows up eventually.
So this is my friend Farah. She wanted to join me for the last part of my tutorial. So yes, this is the completed look. Again, I went very subtle with everything, and yes, Farah, what do you
really
think?
nice.
Thank you, Farah.
I like how they compliment you. You know.
Thank you.
Really nice.
You're being sarcastic.
No, I like it. Me gusta.
So if you guys want to see more tutorials like this, you guys can definitely comment below, and I will put them into consideration. So you're over here nodding your head like agreeing, like, yes, we will do it.
We shall do it.
Alright guys, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye!